Hi YouTubers, it's Evan again today. So this is going to be a very long video, so buckle up guys, long video. So this video is mainly for Cigar Gang, nice big ass cigars for life, the over might come on, so just keep that in mind. This video is going to probably be about 30-35 minutes long. This is actually going to be fact video 5. So I wasn't planning on doing this video this soon, but I haven't done a fact video since I think 2015, so I want to do another fact video. I'm still sick right now, so I do apologize for having a stuffy nose. So I want to discuss my fact video right now. So this is fact video 5, mainly for Cigar Gang, nice big ass cigars for life. So I have 50 questions right here. It's going to be another general fact video. I'm not smoking right now because I already smoked in the morning, so I unfortunately don't have a big ass cigar with me right now. So basically I have these questions right here, and I'm going to try to go through them pretty quickly but detailed. So I can't make this video like, 2 or 3 parts because people on Cigar Gang don't want that. So let me just go right into it so I'm not wasting time. First question, do you believe in God? Why or why not? The answer is no, I don't believe in God because I'm not religious, and I come from a family of religious people, but I'm not religious myself, and I believe what I want to believe. Second question, are women inferior to men? Do you believe in specific gender roles? If so, what are they? I believe everyone is created equal. Women are just as important as men. Men are just as important as women, just as children, men, adults, elderly, that kind of stuff. I believe everyone is created equal. Everyone should be treated the same. So, regardless if they are overweight, regardless if they are a smoker or not, regardless if they are this and that, everyone should be treated the same, and everyone should be treated nicely. Third question, should porn or pornography be banned? And the answer is, I don't think so. I think it's freedom of speech as long as it is legal. As long as it is legal pornography, I think as long as people are getting carded, and people are being, carded for it, people are 18 or older to buy it, I think if you're 18 or older, you have the right to watch porn. Big ass cigar for life. So, obviously, people should be at least 18 years old or 21 years old, and then you're an adult, make your own choices. Same thing as smoking, drinking, that kind of stuff. Fourth question, who was the greatest American president? I would have to say George Washington because he founded the country, so he was really the nice big-ass president. So George Washington was fantastic. I think he is like the not godfather, but he's like the founder of the country, so he's really probably the most important president. So he is really probably the most important president, and he is by probably the most important person in this country because he's the one who founded this country. Other people like Abraham Lincoln are good. People, very important people. But I think George Washington takes a cake. Big ass cigar for life. Fifth question. Should public farting be socially acceptable like coughing or sneezing? Should you say, God bless you, to a father? So, basically this means like farting in public. So, big ass cigar for life. I think farting is definitely not as acceptable as coughing or sneezing. But I think it's definitely, what's the word for it? It shouldn't be, outlawed, really shunned upon. I think it's kind of gross. But at a certain point, I have a colostomy bag, that's kind of, a little bit gross. But I think at a certain point, people should be able to accept people for who they are, even if they do something gross. Obviously, you shouldn't, purposely be gross on purpose. You should try to control it. Same with coughing and sneezing. Cover your mouth. And, don't fart on purpose in public. So, big cigar for life. Sixth question, is racism alive and well, or is it just a myth? Absolutely yes. I think people are still racist nowadays. I think there's plenty of racist people. I think there's plenty of people in this world who are racist and very bigoted. So you get the point. I think there are plenty of people who are very mean. So there's a lot of mean people. I used to know a lot of people like that. So there's a lot of mean people, and people who will never like you no matter how nice you are to them. So should Trump actually build the wall? So that's the 7th question. And I'm not going to get into politics much, but I'm just going to say that I voted for somebody else. So, and it's really his decision. Now he's president. Now he has the ball in his court. So I don't think he should, but that's just my opinion. So I'm very for equal rights, but that's just me. I'm not going to get too much into politics. What's your biggest regret in life? Biggest regret in life? I have a few regrets. Basically, choosing to make my cats indoor-outdoor cats was a bad decision, because one of my cats was taken by a coyote a couple of years ago. Choosing to friend a certain person on Facebook a couple of years back was a bad decision, so I chose to friend somebody. I'm not going to say the person's name, but choosing to friend some people on Facebook was a bad decision. Choosing to do things that I have done in my life, so that's one of my biggest regrets. What's your biggest fear? Heights and open spaces, so going to a big courthouse with open space like an atrium is a big fear of mine, so I hate heights and open spaces. bugs, spiders, snakes I can handle, but heights and open spaces are very scary. So, why did God or nature make women so soft to touch? And the answer to that is just because the human body is a beautiful thing. So, not going to get too sexually provocative, but in general, the human body is a beautiful thing. I think the human body is a beautiful thing regardless of how you're created, whether you're ugly, whether you're beautiful, whether you're average, whether you're mild to average. Humans are beautiful animals, so is it gross to keep pets inside your house? Is it worth keeping a cat's box of shit and piss in your living room quarters? And the answer is, cats and dogs go to the bathroom a different way. They're different animals than us. We're Homo sapiens, not homosexual. You get the point. So I'm not going to get too into that. We're Homo sapiens. We derive from chimpanzees or monkeys years back. Cats and dogs are different animals. And they have different kinds of things. So, and obviously if you want to have pets, you have to put up with that. Because even though it may be kind of gross, if you're not a pet person, don't get pets or better. Next thing, is prostitution morally wrong or necessary to cure for a lonely man? And the answer is prostitution, in some countries is legal, but for the most part, I don't really, it's a hard decision to me. It's like, I wouldn't really encourage it to be legal in the United States. I think it would be really wrong. I mean, marijuana is already legal in the United States, in a few states, it's already getting a lot of criticism. Prostitution, it's really, a lot of people disagree with it because it's morally wrong, so I don't really have a whole opinion. I'm not going to go on for 2 or 3 minutes about this, so I think, for right now, keeping it illegal is probably for the best. So, are today's men less tough than previous generation? Have we become sissies? If so, why and how? And the answer is, I think in general, men nowadays are pretty average. I'm a pretty average man. I'm not a girly man. I'm not somebody who is, tough or, soft. I'm in the middle, so I'm not going to let people, make fun of me, but neither am going to, become like a rip, muscly jock. So, you get the point. Next question is, should Trump lock her up? And the answer is, I'm not going to really answer this question because I'm not getting into politics. So, I didn't vote for Trump, I voted for somebody else. And the answer is, I'm not going to get too much into politics because politics are a whole different, thing. No politics, no religion on this channel. So, next thing, would you entertain offers to sell the rights to your YouTube channel to a major corporation such as Netflix, NBC, or Fox? Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely not. I would never. I've gotten a lot of offers for that on YouTube. Most of them are scams, and the answer is absolutely not. I would never sell my rights to a corporation. Most of them are scams, and if a few channels that are great on YouTube, if a few channels that are legitimate, they will make money off your channel. Absolutely not. I'm happy making being a small-time YouTube partner. I can't say how much I make ever, but I will say this. I'm very happy the way my channel is going. I don't care about getting viral. I'm never going to go viral on YouTube. And most Pipe & Cigar channels become small-time YouTube partner channels, and that's the most they get. Most channels never get 100,000 views. So, anyway, next question. How come it's okay for dogs to piss on the street corners, but a man will get arrested for doing the same? And the answer is because dogs are a completely different animal. They're a completely different animal. It's the same thing as birds, spiders, cats, lizards, monkeys, actually like chimpanzees, gorillas. They're they're non-human animals. And non-human animals, I'm not actually upset. Non-human animals are totally different than us. We're the most intelligent animals as far as we know on this planet, and it's different, so what do you do? So I'm being very literal here. Next thing is, when traveling, do you pack extra cigars in case of a flight delay? I've actually never been on an airplane, so I've never actually traveled on an airplane. I'm kind of a little bit afraid of it because of heights. I've never been on an airplane, but I do pack extra cigars when I go to, like, Vermont, so, from Massachusetts. So, I do actually, pack extra cigars, so, especially on trips. So, is a modern country music total shit or king shit? And the answer is country music I'm not really into. I used to be into it a lot when I was a kid. I'm not really into country music. I think it's average. Some songs I really like. I like Rascal Flatts. But country music is pretty decent. I mean, it's not bad. It's in the middle. So, is it possible we are really robots or perhaps living in a Matrix-like illusion? Totally. So, I mean, we have no idea who's actually controlling this world, so it could just be all, like, game. So, we have no idea. So, what health and fitness regimens would you recommend to husky mother effers like me and John Sanders? And the answer is, not a gym and fetish channel for the last time. Absolutely not a gay gym and fetish channel. I'm not gay for the last time. Just be in shape, eat healthy, avoid junk food, that kind of stuff. But this is not a gym fetish channel, so this one's kind of funny. So, if a snake bit your brother on the blank, P-E-N-I-S, sorry, would you blank the venom out to save his life? And the answer is absolutely not. That's kind of gross. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, it's like, that's gross. I mean, some of these questions I had to kind of, like, negotiate with Cigar Gang. Some of these questions, like, are general, but that's kind of gross. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want to see, a family member die from, like, a snake bite, depending how venomous a snake is, but bleh. I mean, that's just gross. I mean, that's getting to, like, really dirty stuff, so I'm not going to talk about that, That's gross. So, which Cigar Gang member would you trade lies with for a day, and why? Philip Smith, probably, because he's a lawyer, so, or Brenner. Yeah, he's a lawyer, and I really like law, so I'd definitely be Philip Smith. Philip Smith would definitely be the person who would I trade lies with. So definitely him. So he is my biggest inspiration. So I really like Philip Smith. If you were stuck on a desert island, name 3 cigar members you'd pick to be stranded with, and why. Philip Smith, Alex Yitto, can't pronounce his last name, Alex Yitto, and probably, who's the other guy? Elise Philly. So, Elise Philly. And because they're probably the people who I enjoy the most talking to. Other people in the gang, are pretty nice with nice big-ass cigars for life. But in general, some people in the gang tend to kind of, play a little bit too much or a little bit too, annoying. So, and we all play for each other a little bit, so big-ass cigar for life. So, next thing I want to talk about is, would you leave the Southern Forest region unprotected if you were president of France and Germany threatened invasion? So, I didn't really do a lot of history in class. I didn't really study this, so I didn't know a lot about French and European history. I really can't answer to this question, so probably, I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to my country, but I really didn't do a lot of really in-depth, like, European history, so sorry about that. Are dreams mere random brain fantasies or alternate reality? And the answer is, I think dreams are very interesting. So dreams are very interesting. It's really amazing to think about dreams. And I think certain things like caffeine, nicotine, drugs, alcohol can affect dreams. But dreams are very interesting. So I think they're really interesting in general. So are psychics real? Psychics? I don't think so for the most part. I think most of it is getting paid like the moolah. So I think a lot of people fake it. So probably to some extent there are some people who really can see the future, but probably not. Do you ever smoke cigars in a social setting? Yes. I go to Wash City Cigar in Framingham here in Massachusetts, and Wash City Cigar is a great tobacco to smoking on. It's not the best, but I'm not really into going to cigar bars. It's way too expensive. It's really like, I'm not super social myself. I'm not like a social isolation, but I'm not somebody who's like into like going to crazy clubs, crazy shows, loud music, that kind of stuff. I'm a very to myself person, so not saying I'm antisocial. Next thing I want to talk about is what celebrity would best play you in a movie about your tobacco-filled life? I'm not really sure. I mean, probably the person who plays Sherlock Holmes, person who, I'm not really sure. I don't really have favorite actors. I don't actually watch a whole lot of movies for the most part. I actually watch most YouTube. So when I do watch movies, they're generally on YouTube. And that's obviously, that's those people's business. So, do you like any sports? If so, what teams? All the New England teams, Boston Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics. I'm a New England person. So I grew up in Massachusetts. I've always been a New England person. I've gone to a few Red Sox games, one Yankees game, so I've gone to a few Red Sox games, so anyway, that's good. Next thing I want to talk about is, do you plan on getting married and having kids one day? I plan on probably getting in a relationship with a person. I don't plan on having kids. I don't want to give my freedom, so I'm going to be single for the indefinite future. So I may not ever get married. I want to have a girlfriend. I want to have a relationship. I want to have a nice big ass whatever. It's like, I'm not really interested in being in a relationship right now, so I'm very happy being single. And I'm aware I'm not the most attractive person in the world. I'm aware I'm not going to win any beauty contest. I'm aware I'm just happy being a person. So I'm very happy being single. And I mean, the HPV shots, my insurance covers it. So, and out of pocket, it's a lot of money. So, do animals have thoughts and feelings? And the answer is yes. I think animals have as many feelings as humans. I think people should respect animals like they respect humans. Smash or pass? Juliana Crane. I don't know her, so never seen a picture of her. I should look it up, but I never seen a picture of her. In general, I like most women. Generally, I don't like women who are not my type, but I never seen a picture of her. When's the last time you cried and why? I cried the last time when my cat Tuffy died. So Tuffy died on November 16th, 2016. I cried my eyes out. So that's the last time I cried. Because Tuffy, my cat, died. Would you rather sit through an entire DJ Lion Spirit lunch set or help a failed Fargo Wintry Tycoon instead? I really don't have any idea what that means. I mean, I'm pretty, happy sitting through things. I'm not somebody who really attends a lot of shows. I don't go to, a lot of crazy concerts. I'm somebody who kind of likes to be myself and be at home working on my computer, doing my own thing. So I'm not into going to crazy clubs. I've known people in the past who do that, and I really am not a big fan of going to crazy concerts, crazy shows. Soft serve or hard ice cream? Soft serve, definitely. I like soft serve ice cream because it's very easy to eat. Hard ice cream kind of is hard to eat. So, next question, I have to censor a little bit. It says, ever use the N-word? And the answer is, I'm sure we've all used it at one point in our life, whether you are that race or not. I don't like that word. I mean, my brother is African American, so I really don't like that word, and that's why on my weird comments videos I don't even use the word. I just use the word blank, so the abbreviation blank. Do you get along better with your mom or dad? Both. So, generally, it depends. I would say both. Pretty much 50-50. Next question is our dating question. Kendra, can't pronounce her last name, Coolman or Habano Aaron, which would you choose? Yeah, I've never seen a picture of Kendra. I think, hard choice, but I'd say probably Kendra. So, but I mean, both of them are probably pretty average. I'm not really into dating older women, so I used to be kind of interested in dating older women, but I really never had a serious relationship in my life, so it's very hard to say. Are there really dead aliens at Area 51, or it's just a myth? I don't really study science. I'm not really a nerd, so I don't really study science. I'm not really a science fiction person. I've done a little bit of research on that. Not really going to say much. So, I guess, we would never know, so unless they revealed it. So, next thing, most expensive item you've bought on a whim. Probably cigars. I bought cigars that are $35, $45, just because I wanted to try them. And some of them have been good, some of them have been crap, so what's your favorite music? Probably, like rap, pop. I like Eminem. I like, a lot of pop music. I'm not somebody who's into, religiously collecting, not religious as in religious, but, religiously collecting, CDs, that kind of stuff. I'm not somebody who's, into that. So, will you invest in a better HD camera for your channel? No, because my HD camera is perfect. My HD camera is very high quality. My iPad is very high quality. I'm not interested in, getting a million views, or a million subscribers, that kind of stuff. So I think my quality is perfect right now. It used to be a lot more shitty, but I mean, honestly, nowadays, it is perfect. The quality of my videos is perfect right now. There's nothing wrong with it. And for people who are expecting me to get into a crazy channel that gets, 250,000 subscribers, it's never going to happen. So, will you invest... Oh, that's the end of page 1, sorry. Ever been cyberbullied? Absolutely yes. I've been cyberbullied a lot. It doesn't bother me for the most part. Some things on YouTube have really bothered me. I knew some people a while back who were really bothering me, but for the most part, cyberbullying, comments you're whatever, you're a BATCH, you're a gay, fag, whatever. Delete, block, end of story, write it down for weird comments video, end of story. I don't really bother it, but some things have bothered me a while back. So, who's your favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber, probably a lot of people in the video game community, a lot of people who run like lawyer channels, that kind of stuff. So a lot of people who run like law channels. I don't really have one, so I don't really pick favorites. For the most part, I don't pick favorites because I'm not somebody who picks favorites. So, next thing is, why do men have nipples? That's funny. So, I think it's just because that's the way the human body was built, and that's why, because in general, it's much more common for women to get breast cancer because women have them for a different reason, just to say that. So, in general, you know, men do have the same, like, body parts, but that's why certain people are prone to different types of cancer or health problems. Like men, it's prostate cancer, women, it's breast cancer. That's why for, you know, it depends, because I think we have the same type of body parts, but I think, you know, people have it for different reasons, because women can obviously give birth, while men can never give birth. In general, there are a few exceptions here and there. So, next thing is, ever looked at your butt in the mirror? Something else, he said something else, I'm not going to use the word, so, we all have. So when we take a shower, you know, when we undress, you know, I think we all have looked at ourselves in the mirror. Not going to get too into that. So, again, you know, in general, try to write comments that are less about, like, women or dating. Things that are just general in general. Because, again, not a gym fetish channel, not a fetish channel at all. So, next comment is, did you invest in the CO First Third House aging program? No. You know, Brian Glenn's Cigar Obsessions, I like his reviews. I'm not a cigar snob. It amazes me to a T how people are so obsessed about cigars. I mean, I'm not a cigar snob. I cut the cigar, I light it, I smoke it, and, you know, I'll review it here and there, you know, do a couple of reviews, a dozen or two reviews a year. I'm not a cigar snob, you know. I'm going to try the 90th Padron, but I'm not a cigar snob. I'm not somebody who's just, I'm aware my videos are never going to get viral, you know. It's kind of like, you know, I didn't invest in it because, honestly, I didn't see the hype over it. So I didn't really see the hype. Should the U.S. attempt to man a mission to Mars, MFR? So, no, probably not. I'm really into space travel, so I used to be kind of into, like, the space travel, that kind of stuff. But, you know, it's kind of like, I'm not somebody who's into, like, science fiction, that kind of stuff, aliens, you know, nerdy stuff, big glasses. And also, I actually have excellent eyesight, so I'm not into nerdy stuff at all. Not saying all nerds have glasses. Next thing, there's 2 more questions left. Greatest movie of all time, probably, like, South Park the movie, Beavis and Butthead Do America. That's my favorite movies. I love, you know, really cool movies, you know, nice big-ass movies, like the Big Ass Cigar. So I really like comedy movies, like Team America, that kind of stuff. I don't really like that movie for the most part. It's kind of overhyped. So, comedy movies. So Austin Powers is a good movie. Austin Powers series is a good movie. The last comment is, if you had a time machine, what classic broad from a bygone era would you screw, or, you know, have a relationship with? Not going to use the word screw again. So, I don't know. For the most part, probably not. I mean, I probably wouldn't go back to, like, a era, you know, years and years ago, because for the most part, people didn't take very good care of themselves, you know. People didn't take showers back then. People didn't cut their fingernails. You know, people didn't put on deodorant. You know, it's kind of, I guess it's kind of funny to joke about to a certain degree. Like, ew, his fingernails are out to here. You know, ew, he smells nasty. But really, in actuality, I mean, that's kind of funny, I guess, to joke about. Like, I have a funny joke that I've told people about armpits. But, you know, for the most part, it's not really funny in real life. So, yeah, it's kind of funny to joke about with friends, but really, when you smell somebody who hasn't taken a shower, hasn't put on deodorant for a couple days, it's really nasty. It's really nasty, and it's really kind of disgusting. So, I mean, I cut my fingernails on a regular basis, and yeah, it's kind of really nasty to be around people who haven't showered and bathed. It's like, you know, and back then, people smell nasty. Probably nobody. Maybe, I don't know. There's really, and also back then, people tended to be not as attractive. So, anyway, Big Ass Cigar for Life by Big Ass Cigar for Life. That's fact video 5. So, almost 25 minutes long. I apologize if I made this video too long, but for the most part, I try to go through this video as fast as possible, because I know you MFers on Cigar Gang Nice Big Ass Cigar for Life wanted a pretty quick, in-depth, but professional video. Anyway, Big Ass Cigar for Life by Big Ass Cigar for Life.